Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs. And we are on Thursday. We're at Yarny Thursday. And we are going to be making a boxed shell stitch runner. So I decided that I was going to do some more doilies and runners. But this month, we're going to do runners. So I thought that this would be a really neat thing. Now, that box stitch comes from my 63 Easy-To-Crochet pattern stitches. And it is so neat that whenever you start new stitches and learning new stitches, how you can make so many different things. So, in this one, we are going to chain 29. Oh, and I have my thin yarn, and I'm using the Baby Bee Sweet Delight, and this one is called Angel, and it's like white, and it's got, I don't know if you can see all of the little sparkly things all through it. So I thought this would make a nice runner. This is a number 3, I believe. I can't see that. Let me get my glasses on here. Yeah, it's a number 3 yarn. So it's a thinner yarn than what we've been using. So I thought these thin yarns would make really nice doilies. You know, it doesn't have to be string. So, what did I say? We got 29. Let's chain 29. There's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. And I'm trying to decide if I want it a little bit whiter. Hang on a second. So this stitch is a multiple of 5 plus 4 chains. So I'm guessing 25. So here's 30. And let's go to 35. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, let's go to 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 40 there. And that looks... I've got an idea. I need a runner for upstairs in my bedroom. So I think that looks wide enough. And let's just measure that to give you an idea of how wide this is. Not that it's going to be that big. I've got almost 12, about 11.5 inches. So we are, I've got 40 on here, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to use this as a learn to read video. And I'm going to read the first row. And then I'm going to tell you what it means. So double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. And DC means double crochet. And then we're going to chain 3. And then skip the next 3 chains. And then double crochet in the next 2 chains. And then repeat across. So it looks like we're going to have 5 chain 3s. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the 4th chain, right? It says to double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. We're going to chain 3, and we're going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3, and we're double crocheting in the 4th chain from the hook again. So 1, 2, 3. And remember now, that pattern is, we're going to have more because we chained more. Just to remind you of that. We chained more. So we're going to have more than 5. I just thought of that. 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet in that 4th. 1. 1, 2, 3. And skipping 3, 1, 2, 3. And double crochet in the 4th. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're double crocheting in the 4th chain. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet in that 4th chain. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to double crochet in this 4th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't do that right, did I? Chain 3, skip 3, and then double crochet the next 2 stitches. Oh, goodness. I'm sorry. The next 2 chains. Alright. That's what we've got 2 double crochets here. And we should end up with 2 double crochets then. Alright, so let's try this again. So this chain 3 counts as a double crochet, so we actually got 2 here. So we chain 3, and then we skip 3. 1, 2, 3. And now we need a double crochet in the next 2 stitches, or 2 chains. And then we're going to chain 3. And then 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And then we need a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Or chains. Alright. 1, 2, 3. And a double crochet in the next 2 chains after you skip 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we need a double crochet in the next 2 chains. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we need a double crochet in the next 2 chains. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3. So we need to put a double crochet in the last 2 stitches here, so that there, and that's how it should end. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chain, 3 spaces, and that's what you should have if you use this count. We did a 40 count plus 4. Okay, so row 2 then is chain 3, which counts as first double crochet, okay, which we know. And we're going to turn, and we're going to put 5 double crochet in the center chain of each chain 3 across, double crocheting in the top of the beginning chain. What's that mean? Hang on a second. I guess we need to put a double crochet in the last. Okay, so, oh, in the top of this chain 3 here, we need to put 1 double crochet. So we're going to chain 3. Alright, and you're going, did it say 5 double crochets? Yes. So there's 3 chains, right in the middle chain. I want you to put 5 double crochets in there. So there's 3, 4, 5. Alright. And then we're going to go to the next one, and you're going to put 5 double crochet in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I kind of want to see this picture. Hang on. Sometimes you just need to see it to make sure you're doing it right. $2.28. Yep. All right, that's right. All right, so we're going to continue on, and the chain 3, get in the middle chain of that chain 3 and put 5 double crochets in there. I know we made this as a square, but it's been a while. We've only done it once. So there's 5 there. I just thought this would make a pretty runner, too. There's 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then right in the middle of this chain, 1, 2, 3, 'Why are we having a hard time coming out of there? 4, and 5. And then the top of this chain 3 right here, I want you to put a double crochet at the top of that. And there's what it should look like. Because we've got this chain 3 here, which is a double crochet, so you need one at this end. So there is row 2, right? And then we have these little chain 2 spaces, or chain 2 spaces. 2 double crochets right in between there. Alright, so now this is also the front of your work. So if you want to put a stitch marker right here and in the front here so that you know that that's the front of your work, you could do so. Now I actually have, I don't know if I'd be able to tell it or not. I got a stitch marker in here. And so we're just going to put a stitch marker right here. And then that way I could tell when I'm done that that's the front of my work. Alright. So now we're going to chain 3 and turn. And then we're going to double, well, let's read it first. I'm hoping that this is the way I will do it. Okay, so we chain 3 and turn, and we're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. That's right, I thought it was going to be that way. And then we're going to chain 3 and then skip the next 3 double crochet and double crochet in the next 2 double crochets. Repeat. So remember, we need double crochets in between the chain 3s, 2 of them. So this one right here is this chain 3 coming out. So we need the next double crochet beside it for your next double crochet. Now we're going to chain 3 and we're going to skip 3. 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to double crochet in this one and this one. You see how that's doing that? It's kind of putting these two together. Chain 3, and you're skipping 3. So it's the last stitch of this one, this fan, and the first stitch of this one. See how that's coming out? So again, we're going to chain 3, and we're going to do the last stitch there and the first stitch here, and chain 3. So it's this last stitch, because you're skipping those 3 stitches in between, and then you have to put 2 double crochets in. And then chain 3, and then skipping 3, and then this last stitch right here, and then the top of this chain 3 here, and that'll be your 2 stitches on the end there. Okay, so now you are going to chain 3 and repeat rows 2 and 3 and make this as long as you want it. It could be as short or as long as you want it. So I'm going to do mine off camera, and I'll let you get yours done. And we'll be back to do a border around this. I'll see you then. Okay, so we're back. And I made this. I went up, measured upstairs. I should have measured before. But this is what can happen. I've got 35 rows onto this. But instead of tearing this out and starting over, I know what to do. This is 24 inches long, so that you guys know. And let me see, how wide is this? This is about 9 inches. 9 inches wide. So I needed it a little bit wider and longer. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do from here. Alright, so we know that this is the front because I put in my stitch marker to mark the front. So make sure the front is facing you. And you can pretty much tell what is the front and the back. Alright, so I am going to chain 3, and we're on the front now. Alright, and in this corner I am putting 2 more double crochets. So we're going to do a 3, and then we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to do 3 more double crochets in here. So it'll be just like a granny square, pretty much. And this is going to help us turn the corner better. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in the corners, but this corner I'm not, because I'm going to finish this corner when I come back around. I really like doing that. And we'll go back around there, I'll show you why. Alright, so now we have part of our corner on here. Okay, and just like before, in the middle of this, the middle chain of this chain 3, we need to put our 5 double crochets in there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're just going to go with these chain 3s and do this. That's 4 and 5. This is 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to do the same pattern, but we're going to do it in a round now, and also keep our corners. So we're going to make a rectangle. This is a rectangle now. All right, so we need one more here. I love fan stitches. I don't know. I don't get it. I mean, I just love them. I don't know why. So this kind of like a fan stitch, but it's also a shell stitch, I want to say, too. It looks like a little shell. I love that stitch. So now we're at this corner now, and we're just going to do half of this shell stitch. So we're just going to do 3, and then we're going to chain 2. And then we're going to put 3 more in there so we can turn this corner correctly. And plus, that's not going to take away from these fan stitches. It's going to kind of blend in as well. So now that I have that, we're going down the side of this thing, okay? And I would, since we have this fan stitch, this shell stitch going right here, I'm skipping this one, okay? We're going to go to the second one right here, and we're just going to go right in the middle. This, I think that's a chain 3, or this is a chain 3. This is a double. So we're just going to go right in the middle of this double right here, and then we're going to put that 5 double crochets in there to make this fan. Alright, the next is a chain 3, and so you just go right in the middle of it, go into the middle chain, and continue our fan stitch. So we're just going to do, just like we did up here, we're going to do our fan stitches. I'm wondering, though, if those should be in every other, because those are going to be awful close. Hang on, let's look at this. And I'm designing on the fly again, folks. Sorry about that. But I seem to do better when I do that. So it looks like we're going to go every other. So we're going to skip this one and go to this one. I would just go right in the middle of the stitch. It ends up being a double crochet. But just go right in the middle of that stitch. And then once we get these in, then we won't have to worry about it. It looks better that way than when we're skipping the one in between. So we're going to skip this one, and we're going to go in this double crochet right in the middle of it. And then put our 5 doubles in there. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Alright, so we're going to do that all the way down. You're going to skip this one and go to the double, and right in the middle of it, you're going to make another fan, every other one all the way down to this corner. And of course in the corner, you know what we're going to do. We're doing our 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet in the corners, go across like we did before, and then go down the other side. And I will meet you at the end of this round when we finish up this corner when we started. So I will see you for the next round. Okay, so I'm all the way around and I'm right here at the corner, and I'm just going to finish off this corner. So we're going to put our 3 double crochets in there, and then I'm going to half double crochet to the top of this chain 3 to make that corner. Okay, so there we have it. So this is what it looks like so far. Now, round 2 of this round, we're going around it now and not doing rows. So, chain 3. Now I need to think this out. So, the next stitch here, this next stitch is a double crochet. Alright, then we need a chain 3. Because we need to add. We got to make sure that we add every row, or this ain't going to work. Alright, so what we're going to do here, we're going to skip this one here, and then we're just going to we're going to put a double crochet in the next 2 stitches. Alright, and then chain 3, skipping 2, and now we're, instead of 3, we're skipping 2, but only those two, because I needed to add one here, and we need to add one here, so that this works going around. Alright, so now we're chaining 3, and now we can skip our 3 and then do what we normally did. So you guys all know my motto. We're going to make it or break it. We're going to figure this out. And we're going to see how this row goes. So just like we did row 2, going across, we're doing the exact same thing and putting our chain 3s in the middle, and then putting a double crochet here and a double crochet here like we did before. Now let's see what happens when we get to the next corner. We want to make sure, whoops, we need another double crochet before we do that. There. 1, 2. Alright, so we're going to chain 3 and end this corner right here. We're going to put 2. Did I do 2? Yep, I did. Did I put it in the corner? Yeah, it would have made sense, huh? Alright, now we're going to chain 2, and then we're going to put 2 more on the other side, so that we can have this 2, 2, 2 all the way across. And then we have our, and then the next time in this chain 3, we'll be doing these 3s. Anyway, I wanted the row to look the same, and that's the reason for that. Alright, so now we're going to chain 3, and we need to skip these 2 right here and put in the next 2. And that actually puts us right where we need to be. Skipping 3. Alright, so we're going to do all the corners like we just did this one. Okay, so you're just going to continue all the way around it, doing the corner like you did this one. I'm going to meet you where we started this corner. Alright, we'll see you then. Alright, so now we're going to chain 3. I finished off this corner. And now we need to put 2 double crochets in this corner. And that'll be the start of our... Alright, now we're going to go to our chains and put in our shell stitches, which was the 5 double crochets in the middle of each chain. So there's 5 there. And then when we get to the corners, it is 3 double crochet. And chain 2 and 3 double crochet. We'll take you through this side here. So 5. Alright, so we're at that last chain right there, and now we're at the corner, which now we're going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets in that corner. Alright, so now, I mean, it's easy from here. You will just do this all the way around, and we've got our chains in the right spacing and everything now. Go all the way around with that, and you're going to repeat this row and this row until you get this long enough and wide enough. And you won't need a border because you'll end in this row. That'll serve as your border. And I think that'll be beautiful. Just like that. So, that will be the end of this project once I get this finished. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And bye-bye now.